You keep telling me to make it, yeah, to the spot where we would stay lit, and finish bottles never wasted, yeah, cause that's where I'm from.
Hi, I'm Melanie Fuller, and welcome to another episode of On Campus here in the Solano College Sports Network TV Studio 121. Today, I'm joined with our 2019 commencement speaker, Jerico Atienza. Jerico, tell me a little bit about your experience here at Solano.
Well, I originally wanted to attend 3 years ago, but circumstances happened and I wasn't able to attend. Hence, I started in 2017, and now I'm somehow 2019's graduation speaker. That's awesome. It's been an awesome ride.
And you are also Honor Society president. So tell me a little bit about that experience with Honor Society and what it means to be involved on campus.
Well, to clarify, I'm not the Honor Society president, but I am part of Phi Theta Kappa, which is our local community college's honor society. And I joined in December of 2018 and was able to take part in the regional conference where I was able to speak and represent the college. And, you know, being involved in the honor society, being in a club that empowers learning and being able to start my endeavors in education early on has been really amazing, and I've met so many amazing people that I don't regret calling them my second family here on campus.
We actually have class together, and in class you gave a speech about non-traditional students and Honor Society. So what does it mean to you to break that stigma about non-traditional students?
Well, it's important for me to distinguish the fact that just because we are attending here in community college doesn't mean we have to be labeled as non-traditional students. At the end of the day, all of us are students, and all of us deserve the same learning capabilities, same learning resources, and the fact that I was able to address that on a much larger platform with people from different backgrounds and different community colleges, from maybe more affluent or less affluent community college systems, I was able to enhance that to myself and, you know, bridge the gap within myself, like where in education do I want to see myself? Maybe in 10 years, do I want to be like a teacher at a local high school, or do I want to be able to teach my own class in university? So kind of like that.
What shaped your path of wanting to become an English major?
That traces back maybe around 6 or 7 years before I even came to Solano Community College. I grew up in the Philippines, and having been able to speak bilingually, I was given the opportunity to speak in English first before Filipino. And my mother would always read stories of King Arthur, stories of fantasy, of different novels. And starting that off, I guess that's where my love for English started. And then I kept writing and writing and writing. I even have hundreds of journals that I refuse to let the light of day see. Yeah. But having that appreciation for something that we sometimes take advantage of, even this method of our communication, it's honestly so surreal, and I want all the students that I will eventually be teaching to learn that and understand that even though it is just a method of our conversation, it is something so vital that without it, we're nothing.
And transitioning from the Philippines to the States, like how was that for you being are you first generation here?
Technically, yes. I'm first generation, but I'm not first in my family to enter college. There are actually 5 of us. I am the youngest of 5 siblings, and all of them already went to college, and no pressure. They've already told me the eldest graduated cum laude, the second one graduated magna cum laude, and both of them told me, hey, no pressure. You're going to university now, and you better graduate with high honors. And I'm like, yeah, no pressure. And as for the transition process, it's been very surreal. I've always said that I've always lived an independent life, and I would say America would have been easy for me, but it's been hard to understand and to cope with the fact that I don't know anyone. Even after being here for 3 years, I still don't know anyone as intimate as I'd like. And I'm still transitioning to the fact that my childhood friends are now like 6,000 miles away, and I have to like establish a new rapport, a new peer system here, and it's been a roller coaster of emotion, but I always wear a smile on my face, and you know that in class.
Yeah, definitely. You are such an amazing speaker in class, and it just feels so natural all the time to you, you know? So when you become a teacher, if that's what you want to do, how do you want to bring that energy into your classroom?
Well, first of all, I want my students to recognize that when you're coming into my classroom, you're not just there to learn, but you're there to experience. Because what I feel like the students, even today in community colleges or high schools that are sometimes missing out, is the fact that the classroom is somewhere where you build experiences, where you build friendship, and you forge unbreakable bonds. And the fact that I can become a tool for them or a springboard towards their success, because a lot of them would go into different occupations. It doesn't necessarily have to be STEM majors, teachers, or even cosmetology majors, or even non-vocational for that matter. So having that platform to help them empower themselves, to help them speak out, is something I will always treasure in my classroom, and being able to express that and empower themselves at a young age definitely will be like my platform to help encourage students, of course.
And how do you plan on empowering your other peers here at Solano in your speech?
Well, not giving any spoilers yet, but I want them to see that even though you've come from nothing, even though you've no one here on campus, even though you've struggled everywhere and you don't know what's going to happen next, the fact is, you're still here because of your endeavors. You're still here because of your successes, and you will learn from your mistakes and become a better person. Because at the end of the day, again, we're all students. We're here to learn, despite having ages 16 to 66. Doesn't matter. You're here to learn. You're here to better yourself, and that's what I want to impart in my graduation message as well. So, no spoilers, of course.
And you talked a little bit in your Honor Society speech, you talked a little bit about your grandfather and how he became a businessman, not going to school at all. So what does it mean to you to have someone like him to look up to?
I remember giving that speech, and I told the class, he is the main image that I see of a non-traditional student, of how society would categorize someone who was not given the proper tools to succeed, or not given the proper circumstances. And having him almost as almost a father figure to me, because I grew up with a single mother, and he became almost like the rock and everything that I wanted to be when I grew up as an adult. And losing him at a young age definitely rattled me. And the fact is, I was not ready to be the next and sole male member in my family, because now all of my sisters, my grandmother, my mother depended on me. And I never told them, but it is a very heavy and emotional baggage that I definitely do not express on the outside. I definitely express a lot more goofy, a lot more like a 4D personality, so to say. But deep inside, having to remember all of what my grandfather had told me, and keeping a very intimate relationship with my family, and remembering where I come from, remembering to stay humble, despite now that I can proudly say that I'm achieving and soaring so high, I have to remember that I came from nothing. Nobody knew my name, nobody could help me, because my circumstances were just that so unhelpable. So I just flash back to how my grandfather just started with converting it into dollars, honestly $1.50, and started a big business that ended up getting 11 of my cousins, including myself, through high school, including his brothers and his sisters through vocational college, ended up helping them start their own businesses. And I want to be able to impart that someday with my students, that despite if whatever life throws you, just keep going, because you're gonna get battered, you're gonna get bruised, but then again, who's gonna come out on top? And that's gonna be you. So that's definitely something I will always treasure from my grandfather.
A lot of students don't talk about the adversity they face, on how hard it is to finish school, you know? So it's really great that you could share your stories with people. And how do you hope your commencement speech makes people share their stories more, makes people feel okay that it's like, you know, you don't have to go to community college for 2 years and be out. You could take as ever long as you need.
Well, my commencement speech will be, I pride it with Professor Anna that I want to be able to impart a very relaxed and very casual mode to make them feel that just because I am 2019's graduation speaker doesn't mean I'm this high and mighty, this very well-spoken academic student. No, I'm just like you, that I have a dream. I have struggled so much, and now I am confident enough and I am proud enough that I have struggled, that I have not had the best track record, not had the best resources to me, nor actually got into my childhood dream school, but hey, I'm somehow 2019's graduation speaker again. And I've made so many memories, and I just want to keep that alive. So by being able to speak out, hopefully I will able to impart something special to everyone who's going to be there.
What teachers have helped you really in your career here at Solano too?
Oh boy. Am I allowed to drop names?
Yeah.
Okay. So definitely I talked about, especially in my speech, how here in community college I was blessed very much to have studied under scholars that studied specific authors, and as an English major that is indispensable, because having to learn from someone who has delved so much time and effort into literature is almost like meeting your favorite artist on stage. But for me, it was like a whole semester. And definitely I found different avenues of support, different avenues of happiness as well. Like I've met my astronomy teacher, Professor Maura Rabet. I've taken 2 classes with her, and honestly, I can weirdly say that I have a very proud interest in astronomy as well, which is almost out of left field as an English major, but hey, that works. And of course, again, I can't forget, getting that email from Dr. Shirley Lewis, who's our chapter advisor at Phi Theta Kappa, inviting me to join the Honor Society, and having met so many like-minded people, our club president, our members, definitely I hold some of the best and happiest memories here in Solano with them.
What do you hope for other students coming to Solano as first-time students? And what do you want them to realize and take from Solano?
Oh boy, this is the question I was personally waiting for, because I used to work as a student ambassador, and I used to greet these very students when they first walk into Solano. So I know what it felt like, and I know what it looks like to feel lost, to feel scared, but you're putting on a brave face. You refuse to let anybody know that you're confused, even though you're walking in the wrong direction, even though you say like, oh, I'm heading to counseling, and you ended up going straight into the bathroom instead. So what I hope to impart for everyone going to attend Solano is the fact that you are here on your choice. You are not here by anybody else's words. You are here because you made an educational and logical choice, and you're investing in your own future, no matter what everybody says. Because it's easy to say that you're here because you didn't get into your dream for your university. Hey, you're here because you're making a smarter choice. You're here because you're taking time for yourself. You're investing in yourself. You're meeting new people. And if you face them again after 2 years, because I can do that now. I beat the odds because I'm going to a university that has very low odds of actually getting in there. And hey, I'm going in the fall as a junior transfer, so that's something I can definitely feel proud of. And being an example for those students, even though they'll never know my name and they'll just hear my voice and hear my message, that's enough for me.
And where do you plan on continuing your college journey at?
Oh, definitely. Oh, I'm heading to UC Berkeley this fall. Go Bears! It's been a wild journey. I knew that I wanted to go to Cal, and Solano has been an immense help of that, because 4 days actually after I came to California, my sisters actually took me to Cal Day, which is like the big event on Cal where everything is open, everyone is welcoming prospective students, and I just fell in love with the campus. But then I learned of that they don't accept that many students, and they have like a 14% acceptance rate, and I was like, I have a lot of work to do. But then came April this year, and they gave me the acceptance letter, and I was ecstatic. Then, of course, came UCLA, UC Irvine, and UC Davis as well. So all in all, not to brag, but 4 out of 4.
Yeah.
So
no, that's
that was
really
fun.
good. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize too that as a transfer student, you have a lot more accessibility into getting accepted to your dream college as well. So how does that like motivate you? You know, getting into Cal and getting into all of these like higher upper level universities here in California.
Well, I keep telling my sisters this as well, and I'm pretty sure you've even heard me in class say this as well. It has not sunk in that I'm going to Berkeley.
Yeah.
I've even attended Transfer Day, I've even attended like multiple conferences, but I'm struggling to actually cope with the fact that I'm going to a 4-year that I've always wanted to go, and it's been surreal as well, because in the 1 year that I did take my time off, because my graduating high school batch, because I graduated at 16 in the Philippines, they're actually now also graduating, but with their bachelors, and it kind of stings. Well, on the inside, the fact that they're all done with their honors, they're wearing the regalia of the highest universities in the Philippines, but I'm also heading to one of the top public universities here in California, and I keep telling myself, hey, you're getting there, you're getting your work done, just keep your head down, stay humble, keep working hard, and you'll eventually get there. And I don't know, it's just so surreal having the fact that I can put down on my resume that I will be a graduate of UC Berkeley. And I'm claiming that, by the way. I'm claiming that.
And what do you plan on taking to Berkeley that you've learned here at Solano?
I want to take the ability to create such beautiful bonds and meet so many beautiful people, because that's what Solano mainly taught me, was the ability to network, the ability to talk to my peer and say like, hey, what's up? Do you want to, partner up for this project? And, it's always scary to talk to the person right next to you on the first day of class. But the fact that Solano offers such small class sizes and like has this intimate relationship as well with your professor definitely helped construct a very social and a very conscious personality within myself. And the fact that I'm able to take that to a bigger scale where I'm gonna literally pass through thousands of people a day and be able to open myself up instead of clamming up to myself is definitely indispensable. And I definitely do thank Solano for that, because if I started out at Berkeley, oh boy, I would not be able to take that big of a load.
Yeah, definitely. So how do you feel like, what would you tell other students, that wanted to go to 4 years at first, that are going to 2 years now?
Well, here's the thing. I've been the student that was applying for a 4-year, and I've been now the student that is transferring to a 4-year. So, and I've been dealt my own rejection letter as well. So I know how it feels to have it sting, because I originally wanted to apply when I was 16. I applied to the University of Philippines, Diliman, which is honestly the best and biggest and most prestigious school in the country. And I got my rejection letter from that. And the fact that I felt that all of the people around me were getting accepted and I wasn't getting my acceptance letter, I felt very insignificant. I felt very worthless. And it's like, even though I studied so hard, I never got into this university. What's wrong with me? And I kept getting rejection letter after rejection letter after rejection letter. And I think I can only recall one acceptance letter, but it was drowned out by all of this rejection. So I definitely can empathize with high school students that don't necessarily felt that they've done enough to get into their 4 years. However, given the opportunity that community college gives you and like how accessible it is, and the fact that you can just take courses, take your time, get to know yourself, have that sort of self-reflection, and meet wonderful people that are more than capable of teaching, that is also very indispensable. And the fact that if you can work yourself through here, and again, I got, let's say, 1 out of 8 of the schools I applied at 16, and now I got 4 out of 4 when I'm leaving here at Solano. That just shows your personal growth. And the fact that you can get to that school, and there's even guaranteed routes of going to either a California State University or a UC. Come on now, that's unbeatable. And you can get it, not to sound like an advertisement, but this is what I was telling prospective students as well as an ambassador. You're getting your degree for half off.
Definitely. Yeah.
And when you're worrying after graduation of how you're gonna pay your student bills, you're gonna be like, well, I only got a few thousand, and like, you have 10,000? Sorry. That's my ace.
Well, thank you so much again for joining me here today, Jericho.
Of course, it's been an honor. Thank you.
Thank you for watching another episode of On Campus here in TV Studio 121. For Jerico Atienza, I'm Melanie Fuller, and thank you for supporting the Solano College Sports Network, your #1 source for local sports.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my 3rd year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
You get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you know, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it, so.
Joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
We're going to go to cut 1. And cut 1. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for 3. It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots.
The sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you will learn all aspects of television production, how to use high-end cameras, lighting, and audio equipment in the field and right here in the studio. Whether you are looking at making better YouTube videos, educational or promotional segments, or finding your creative passion, enroll today. Get an art school education at the fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu.
Baseball season is right around the corner and we need your help.
Your hometown Solano Mudcats are looking for host families.
We are currently signing players from all over the nation to play right here in Vacaville, and they need a place to stay. This is a great opportunity to get to know our Mudcats and be a part of our Mudcat team.
Provide a player room and board, and you and your family will have free entry to all home games and a few select events for the team.
For more information, email us at solonomudcats@gmail.com
or visit us at solonomudcats.org.